What's up, everyone? Yep, it's your friend Movie and Game Lover 98 here. Today I'll be doing a stream with some friends, showing off my Thomas Home Media collection. This time we're going with releases with Season 6 episodes this time. Because, yes, we all know some people like Season 6, some people don't really like Season 6. But I think it's a personally good season of the classic era, in my personal opinion. So yep, let's get started. I hope you guys are looking forward to this, and anyone's welcome to join, but please, I need to address the rules. Well, yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I need to address the rules. Here we go. Rules. If anyone's screen is making inappropriate background noises, showing inappropriate stuff, spam commenting, arriving too early, playing copyright music, or any of that other unacceptable BS stuff, I'll have to kick them out of the stream or not allow them in at all, and swearing is technically allowed as long as you don't do it too much, guys. So yep, now that rules are out of the way, let me go and provide the link, and also will be provided in the description too, the link for the stream. All right, provide the link a few times. So let's get started with this, well, stream showing off Thomas Home Media releases with Season 6 episodes for this stream. Of course, we got to start, with Salty Secret, the first episodic Season 6 release to come out in the United States, whereas in the UK, the first Season 6 episodic release was The Fogman and Other Stories. Okay, good, Foot Love Returns. I know you'll follow the rules, making sure there's nothing in the background, because otherwise I'll just have to not let the screen in at all. So anyway, Salty Secret. Good, Emily, the Sterling Engine number 12. I mean, yes, anyone's welcome to join, but you need to see if there's nothing giving me issues while I'm trying to talk about stuff. Anyway, Salty Secret, I'm showing the VHS copy, but I'm going to especially upgrade to the 2002 Big Box Ghislaine release with the Wooden Train bonus pack with Horrid Glory 1. Okay, Foot Love Returns, you're here. That was fast. So anyway, since you're here now, Foot Love Returns, I guess I'll just go ahead and add him now.
Hi!
Now. Hey, Foot Love Returns, welcome to my stream showing Thomas Home Media releases with Season 6 episodes.
Well, you're just in time, because I'm about to show off what you have right here, but on DVD.
Yep, I'm showing the VHS of Salty Secret, but I'm going to upgrade to the big box version with the Horrid Glory 1 model. And I'm also going to show the DVD version of Salty Secret right now, which I'm actually going to do a cool trick when I get two more DVD copies of Salty Secret, because I addressed this new rule for my Thomas Home Media collection. Yep, the brand new rule is that I can actually get one VHS copy of the release that was on VHS and get the DVD version 3 times. Just to technically have 4 copies of the release. Yeah, we know Salty Secret and Other Stories was the first episodic Season 6 release in America, whereas in the UK it was the Fogman and Other Stories, that release. That Season 6 episode in the UK, episodic release in the UK for Season 6 was the Fogman and Other Stories.
Wow! Release date was obviously the 24th of September 2002. That's also the same day Elmo's World Happy Holidays was released on VHS and DVD.
Yeah, I totally forgot that, even though I don't have that yet, Elmo's World Happy Holidays. Yep, and I know next is Percy's Chocolate Crunch Flickler Returns, but I'm surprised you have the VHS version.
Yes, I have that and the Slim Case DVD from 2005.
Okay, so yep, there's the VHS of Percy's Chocolate Crunch, which I'm trying to get in that Wooden Train bonus pack, either with Trevor or the old style Breakdown Train in Wooden Railway form. Yep. Yep, and I actually do know I can actually get 3 DVD copies of this original Hit Entertainment 2003 release Flickler Returns, because there is a version in Totally Thomas Volume 1 from 2004 and the 2008 Anchor Bay box set of Volume 1, even though, yes, I'll have 3 thicker case copies of Make Someone Happy and Spills and Chills, even though it makes sense because I don't like the slim case artwork on Make Someone Happy and Percy's Chocolate Crunch. But I'm yet to seek out what the slim case of Spills and Chills looks like, even if it does, if it would exist, because I've seen Wooden Train bonus packs of Spills and Chills.
And for some reason, Alec Baldwin is not credited on the back cover of the slim case release.
Well, in the copyright information, he might be somewhere in there.
He is credited in the copyright information on the back cover of the DVD, but not credited on the top, like the original 2003 one.
But does occur on the Lionsgate release, which I'm never getting the Lionsgate release of Percy's Chocolate Crunch, because this is another reason I'm going to have the original DVD release from 2003 3 times on DVD Flickler Returns, because like I said, there's one with the sticker you could put on the outer sleeve on the version in Totally Thomas Volume 1 from 2004, and the 2008 one, I'll leave it simple as that. The original 2003 release, yeah. And for the Wooden Train yeah.
Weirdly enough, this DVD of Percy's Chocolate Crunch, the slim case packaging from Anchor Bay, came in a Lionsgate Totally Thomas set containing the Lionsgate reprints of Spills and Chills and Make Someone Happy. But I'm surprised the Anchor Bay slim case DVD was in that package.
I mean, I'm not sure if you still have that box for Totally Thomas Volume 1, but it's a Lionsgate reprint. If you don't have that box, that's totally fine. But anyway, Percy's Chocolate Crunch is done.
And that was back in 2009 when I got that set.
Okay, well, that's been 16 years since you've had that box. But anyway, here's James the Red Balloon, my VHS copy. This one didn't get a big box VHS release. It only got a Wooden Train bonus pack with a single engine of Duck. And yep, here's my DVD copy. Yes, yours is probably going to have the one where balloon is only spelled with one L. But actually, I don't mind if it's shiny, but it has balloon misspelled. Because it's only the disc that Anchor Bay screwed up. So I'm not that upset that I'll have 3 DVD copies of James the Red Balloon where balloon is misspelled with one L, all 3 DVD copies, but everywhere else on the cover, it's spelled correctly.
All right. And in one of the episodes, it has the UK title on the back.
Yeah, well, it has the US on the back, but in the program it says the UK one, Edward the Very Useful Engine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at least Alec Baldwin was doing the US narration still. Wait, yep. James the Red Balloon is all done. Now we skip to Thomas's Snowy Surprise Flickler Returns, which is, yep, there's 3 season 6 episodes on that release. Which actually, I'll bring up a story. I did see a Thomas's Snowy Surprise at Goodwill. And I took the booklet where it had the correctly listing it's only snow. The single disc version of Thomas's Snowy Surprise, the original 2003 release, also had the error Thomas's Snowy Surprise listed first instead of it's only snow. So it's not just the CD edition of Thomas's Snowy Surprise, this version I have.
Yeah. Mine has the Lionsgate packaging, but the original 2003 disc is in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a spare Thomas's Snowy Surprise booklet because I'm going to do something when I get the single copy with the shiny one, but it does list it correctly as it's only snow. Yep. And this one, we are skipping straight to New Friends for Thomas.
Yeah. The only one with season 6 episodes not narrated by Baldwin.
Yep, with our Jack Jumps In and A Friend in Need, but these have the Angela dub, but we will see the Alec Baldwin dub of A Friend in Need on a later release.
Yeah. Apparently, the Baldwin dub of Jack Jumps In was not on home media at all. It was only shown on TV.
I have yet to see if someone did mention that they did find a U.S. broadcast on PBS Kids, a U.S. dub. Well, actually, Thomas wasn't on PBS Kids yet. I think it was a different channel in the United States.
I think it was on a different channel. I think it was on a Canadian channel. I think it was Treehouse TV. That's when the Baldwin version aired on TV.
But the Alec Baldwin dub of A Friend in Need is in Mud Glorious Mud, which is coming way later.
Oh, did I say A Friend in Need? I meant to say Jack Jumps In.
Jack Jumps In. Yeah, but we know A Friend in Need with Alec Baldwin's dub is on Mud Glorious Mud DVD.
Yeah.
None of us have our postcard in our DVD copy. Yep. Next up to Thomas. Tossing the Jet Engine is next.
Yeah. And it's also one of the earliest, I think it's the earliest classic series release to contain a few episodes from...
Yep, there's 3 seasons, 6. Yep.
From an era that has Michael Brandon being the narrator for at least 3 out of the 6 episodes.
Well, yeah, the Alec Baldwin is the narrator of the 3 season 6 episodes on Toss the Jet Engine. The first 3 are Baldwin, but at least all of them use the original Mike and Junior score.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one I know. And the next one, we're skipping all the way to Thomas's Halloween Adventures because there's no season 6 stuff until all the way to Thomas's Halloween Adventures.
Which I do have. It's a slim case edition.
Which actually, I am going to hunt down that slim case version of Thomas's Halloween Adventures Flip Over Turns because for obvious reasons, I like to have a couple versions where one is slim, but the others are in thicker cases.
I remember watching a thicker case DVD of it back in around maybe 2008-ish, 2009, but that was not my DVD. It was from an unknown library. I'm not going to say the location of it for safety reasons.
Yeah. Yep, with the season 6 episodes, we got Scaredy Engines, The Fogman, and Percy and the Haunted Mine on this one. Yep. Actually, I'll hunt that slim case down. I should have kept that back in 2018, when I got that in the slip cover with the glittery stuff, but I don't like glittery stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
For some reason, it came out in August 2006, even though October would have been a great month to put that out.
Yeah, I guess Anchor Bay didn't have a choice to put this in October 2006.
Oh, and...
Yep. And now on to Ultimate Christmas.
Yeah.
Huh?
Unlike Thomas's Halloween Adventures, this one does have the classic series intro and end credits, and it's reused from the VHS of Thomas's Christmas Wonderland.
But the only thing they would have just done better, the one thing I like about Ultimate Christmas, the only error I have to get used to is them saying Thomas's Christmas Wonderland, but they just had to take out the words Thomas's in Wonderland and just replace it with Ultimate Christmas.
Yeah. Or they could have used the snowy version of the season 6 intro with that because it does snow around the holiday season.
But I think Anchor Bay didn't have to use the intro from Thomas's Christmas Wonderland VHS and DVD. Yep, this one has the 3 season 6 episodes from Snowy Surprise on here. And I'm gonna get to Mud Glorious. We're getting to Mud Glorious Mud Flickler Returns because I have 2 copies. I want to explain something. here's this copy, which is in a slip cover, and it has a booklet. Well, yes, it has the booklet. Yeah, let me show the slipcover version. Yep, but the season 6 episodes on here, we just have Edward the really useful engine and a friend in need.
Yeah.
Just those two, but at least.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, yours is missing the front artwork. Although there are some replacement copies on eBay you can get that replaces the artwork.
Yeah.
Anyway, yep. Your slipcover edition.
It's like a weird roller coaster ride of episodes from different eras in this DVD.
So yes, a mix of 3 eras, one from the Jack and the Sawyer Construction Company spin-off series, a couple from the classic era, and just one episode from the hit era. Yeah. And here's another Mud Glorious Mud, but without a slipcover, flipcover returns. The reasons why I want to keep this version actually is I want to put the Easter edition packaging over this original Anchor Bay release because I hate the Lionsgate reprints. I can put the Easter edition packaging over this bare Anchor Bay copy. And hold on, who's trying to get in? I don't know who that is. Maurice Gregory? I don't know if this is such a good idea. I don't know if this is such a good idea. And MG or Maurice Gregory. I don't know if this is such a good idea. Hopefully, I don't know if I can let you in. You'll have to check and see if it's safe first. But anyway, yep. Hopefully he'll understand. He'll say yes. I'll check. But anyway, Mud Glorious Mud. I'm showing this version because I want to explain. I'm going to be putting the Easter edition packaging from the Lionsgate Easter version and put it over this one because like I said, I don't like owning too many Lionsgate versions. I know you're a fan, Thomas, but I need you to check to see if it's safe in your place to see if you can join or not. Yeah, Mud Glorious Mud. Like I said, I'm going to use this copy when I get the Easter version of Flipclover Returns because, like I said, I already explained what I could do as a new rule for my Thomas Home Media Collection and make it even bigger. I can trust you, Mr.
We're not sure.
I know
it might cause a glitch, but we will try it.
But usually it doesn't glitch when I have multiple people. Well, when there's 2 people, it doesn't cause that glitch.
Well, I'm just letting you know in case it does.
But I'm also worried it's going to cause an echo effect because I don't like hearing echoes.
I know. That's why it's important to play it safe to make sure nothing is echoing or glitching or anything like that.
But I also have to make sure there's nothing in his house occurring because that's why I had trouble in my past streams. I kept forgetting to ask these people, can you please check around your house to make sure everything is really quiet? No animals or any small children in his house because I fear that issue. Because that's what happened with one of my past streams from 2 years ago. I had to redo that stream. I remember we're doing that stream over again, but this is why I checked to be sure. You're going to have to check around your house, Mr. And he left. Well, and then he just left on me. I guess we should just keep going. Well, I can't add him now because he just left. Anyway, there's this extra spare copy of Mud Glorious Mud Flipclover Returns, which, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to give it to you because I'm just going to use this when I get the Easter version.
That was all the season 6 releases that I
know.
Apparently.
And the last one I have that has season 6 on here, and the last mainstream one, because this release just turned specific, and he's back again. Engine Friends has the last model series release episodes on a DVD. And he's back. You're back, Maurice Gregory, but hopefully check everything. Yes, it's amazing, but can you please check stuff? Please check to see if it's safe. Okay, please make sure no animals, no children, no absolutely nothing. Okay, but I'm just warning you. If I do hear an echo sound effect, you'll have to leave, and you'll have to unfortunately leave. But I'll try and add you. But if there's too much occurring, I'll have to let you leave. Unfortunately.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. MG Maurice Gregory. It's a
Yep,
pleasure seeing you.
That's the one and only me. I'm a fan of it, no matter what.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a pleasure.
Yep. It's cool for DVDs. Do you saw a new reboot one?
I'm not going near All Engines Go. Screw that reboot. I do not like All Engines Go.
Understood. No, see, some people love original instead of the reboot one.
But you know, I have real big problems with the reboot. Mainly, I hate when they make Thomas be the star in every single freaking episode. When I wish they would just let others be the main character. Because I love how even if the era is being stupid in the hit era and the nitrogen era, at least they let others be the main instead of Thomas, which I like better.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I like everything where Thomas. Sometimes we'll let Thomas be the main, but sometimes he'll take a stage back and give a supporting role. That's what I like about the original model series and even the CGI series.
Yes.
Yes, that's why I'm not getting a single All Engines Go DVD.
I'm with you, Moving Game Lover 98. I'm not going through those DVDs either.
Me either. Mostly, I love the old Generations ones episodes with it, and not the All Engines Go part.
Yeah, really. I was gonna tell Leas, now that we're done showing the culminating releases, Flip Returns, we could do anything Thomas, Dragon Tales, or I think I want to bring this. Well, actually, I don't want to bring this up right now, but we could do anything Thomas or Dragon Tales, or just anything. I actually would brought this up, Flick Love Returns. I do know, yes, that in the Dragon Tales episode, which is called Tales You Lose, Flick Love Returns, where basically goes, "Hey, Max."
I'm not Max. My name is Ord. Want to play Dragon? We can fly.
Not right now. And they just no. And
then he's like, "Whoa! What's wrong?"
I lost the stupid soccer game. I'm never ever playing again.
Never ever?
Hey, Ord, why aren't you in Dragonland?
Max and I were waiting for you.
Yeah. And of course, yeah, I think this is the first episode of Dragon Tales Flick Love Returns where Emmy does say hello, Magic Dragon Scale. Or I think there was an episode before that. In the previous 3, she said hello, Magic Dragon Scale.
No, that was the first. The second was in a cool school.
She says hello, Magic Dragon Scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course or I know this portion in the Dragon Tales episode. Oh yeah, I do know that the Dragon Tales episode, the big sleepover, Full Clover Returns, where basically and he left. That's strange. At least he stayed for a little bit. But anyway, yeah, the portion of the big sleepover when. How about some of my favorite books?
How about just one?
Oh, I can bring some of my favorite pillows. Still too much?
And what about a scene later in the episode when Zach is like, "Stay up all night? No!"
Oh yeah, and then Weezy suggests, why don't we just stay awake till the morning?
Yeah.
Hold on, some people in the live chat. Hold on, what's he? Oh, hello to TYT MTV, and that's cool. Starlowy turning red fan. That's cool. I like the Thomas the Special Letter VHS. It's my favorite season 4 episodic Thomas release. Yeah, and I also do know this portion. Well, yeah, I do know that we showed the season 6 episodic releases earlier for Clover Returns. I know this portion in No Sleep for Cranky. Yeah, I can basically do this after when Cranky snaps at them saying, "Hurry up, Snap Cranky. I haven't got all day." It's in No Sleep for Cranky when Cranky snaps at them, "Hurry up, Snap Cranky. I haven't got all day." It says, "You're no fun, Grumble Bill."
Oh, and I think there's another episode, I think, where Sir Topham Hatt goes in another episode, he goes, "Different is what makes you special."
That made Harvey feel better. And then when Sir Topham Hatt heard the news, he went straight to Harvey. "I need you to rescue one of my engines." "I'll do my best, sir," Harvey said bravely. Or like when he scolds Cranky in No Sleep for Cranky, when he says, Sir Topham Hatt knew that any delay at the docks could cause trouble.
And,
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, "You have made a terrible mess, Cranky," he said sternly.
Oh, and I think there's another episode. I think there's one that involves Bill and Ben, where Sir Topham Hatt does a line going, "You behaved badly, Bill. Do you have anything to say for yourself?"
"Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir," said Bill.
"Before you get new buffers, I want you to think about what it means to be a responsible, reliable engine."
"Yes, sir," said Bill. And then at the very end it says, "They are nice buffers, Bill." "Thank you," said Ben. I'm sorry I was naughty." "That's all right," said I was naughty too.
Anyway, I think there's one more episode I can think of that has a Sir Topham Hatt scold to someone, but it's not from the episode that you think it was. It's actually from, all right, "You have said rude things about Edward. He proved today that he was responsible, reliable, and very helpful."
Gordon felt very ashamed, which I don't know why that's Unlucky Tug's least favorite season 6 episode, but some people say Middle Engine is their least favorite, but he says his cons goes to Edward the really useful engine.
Well, I would have to disagree with that. Cons for me would obviously be Middle Engine.
Yeah, but I do like when Ari and Bert say some silly things when they make Percy and James middle engines in different portions. Was Percy says this first is, "Oh, bother," Percy shoved crossly. And then, hold on, who's trying to get in? Toss Luigi's trying to get in. Please check to see if everyth's safe, please. Because I brought up this rule at the start.
Anyway.
Please check. But anyway, I asked him to please check. I do know this portion in the Dragon Tales episode. But yeah, I think I know that in the episode the Dragon Sales one when Ord says, I did it. I guess I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he meekly says afterwards. And, and I think there's another portion from the same episode where he goes, I've ruined everything. I'm too big to fit my own boat.
You're not. It's just the boat was just too small.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes after Ord says, "Why do I have to be so big?"
Yeah. Why do I have to be so big?
Yeah. Or, yeah, I know this portion in. Yeah. Yeah, this portion in A Liking to Biking. I don't know what Ord says before Cassie says, "But you'll squish it." But you'll squish it, Ord. I don't know what Ord says before that.
All right. I'll give it a try. No, I won't. I want to try. I won't be happy again forever, for as long as I live, until I can ride a bike.
Well, I'm trying to remember what Ord said before Cassie said, "But you'll squish it, Ord."
Oh, okay.
Wait, but I try to remember it says, "I want to try," or before Cassie says, "But you'll squish it, Ord."
He says so. Just a simple so before.
Okay, simple so. We'll try it both ways if you mind, Flicker returns. First all I'll do is just, "So?"
You'll squish it!
"No, I won't. I want to try. I won't be happy again forever, for as long as I live, until I can ride a bike."
All right. This time we'll do the same thing, but this time I will be Ord and you can be Cassie. So?
Yeah. "You'll squish it, Ord."
No, I won't. I want to try. I won't be happy again forever, for as long as I live, until I can ride a bike.
And we had some added additional dialogue, which is, "Hey, Ord, you don't need to shout at Cassie like that. Yeah, Zaki's right. You could have hurt her feelings, Ord."
And then I remember when we had Cassie go, "In fact, you just did."
"Oh, I'm sorry, Cassie. I just want to try to ride the bike. And I'm sorry for shouting at you. Will you please forgive me?"
I forgive you, and I accept your apology.
Yeah. Well, wait. And sorry about this flickle of a screen, guys. It's not my fault. I know it's just a screen, guys. We're just, at least mine's not lagging, which is good. And Thomas, this guy is still trying to get in. Hopefully he's checking. Hopefully he checked. Yes, you were my streams back in September. This Thomas person. Okay. Please, no animals, no children making noise in the background. No animals making noises in the background. No, nothing, please. Okay. Well, as I was trying to say, yeah, I'm gonna now quickly say this. I do know this portion. Oh yeah, I do know this portion in the Thomas episode from season 6, where at the very end when Thomas is worried, Thomas was worried. What would Sir Topham Hatt say about his broken snowplow? But Sir Topham Hatt wasn't cross. He was very pleased.
Yeah. And then we get Sir Topham Hatt to go, "The villagers had a wonderful feast.
He said,
You were very brave to take on the snow without a plow."
"Thank you, sir," said Thomas.
"As you all know,"
continued Sir Topham Hatt,
"there are no spare snowplows, so you'll just have to do without yours for a while."
"Oh, thank you, sir," beamed Thomas. And the episode ends, yeah.
Yeah.
And I do. Yeah, I still know this portion. Oh, yeah. I do remember that. I do know the portion of the. Yeah, we did this one with the baby dragons getting a bath time. I think we did this because the baby troubles with Kiki's nap time is a normal episode, but taking turns doing a bath tea time for them.
All right. Jackie!
Or, yeah. What's the matter, Finn?
Jackie!
Oh, that's not good. Finn can't do his bath time without his rubber ducky. But where is it? Here, Ducky. Where are you, Ducky? Where are you, Ducky?
What are y'all looking for?
And was that Cassie's mom or her dad?
Oh, that was Max.
Finn's ducky. And yeah, I think we did this. And Max exclaims, "Oh no, he might have taken it back to the playroom by accident."
I took it back home by mistake.
Oh, Max!
What are we gonna do?
Wait, was that Emmy?
Yes.
Yeah, Emmy, I don't know. We just got to Dragonland, and we can't just go back now. Otherwise, we'll just mess up our adventure. Kind of like when you had to leave early when you got so mad at having to play freeze dance never again.
I got an idea, Emmy and Max.
What is it, Enrique?
With the rubber ducky. You and Emmy can stay here in Dragonland.
Well, okay, Enrique. At least me and Max can calm down Finn, while the others can just keep an eye out if they did find Finn's rubber ducky. But if not, if you can get the rubber ducky, ask our parents and tell them what happened. But make sure don't tell them where we are. Just tell them it's just an emergency and nothing else. Do you understand, Enrique?
Glad to see.
Good. We'll see you back in a few minutes, Enrique. And this time we can let Enrique say the rhyme to go back early by himself.
I wish to use this rhyme to go back home until next time.
See you when you get back, Enrique.
Oh, there, Finn. It's okay.
Oh, Ducky! How's everything going, children? That was Cassie's mommy. Yes, hello, CO and Abel. Hello, CO and Abel. I'm doing well. It's okay. That's cool. Nice to see you.
It's not going well, Mommy.
Aw, I'm sorry, sweetie. I wish I could help you, but if you guys can handle this by yourselves, but if you guys have more trouble, just come find me. Because I'm afraid your dad is at work, Cassie. He's too busy at work. Hold on, who's surrounded by... Yeah, we know that's from the seasons 8 through many of the intros of Thomas and Friends, the Island of Soda introduction sequence, when the narrator explains it out. And yeah, I know. Is he still? Did he check to see if there's no background noises? Because I was, well, hopefully he'll say yes, and then we'll add him eventually once we finish this flip of returns. Because I don't want to interfere with something else. And oh yeah, CO1 Enable says hello to you, Flick Love Returns. He asks, "How are you doing?"
Oh, hi, so 100 Able. I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
Well, anyway, as I was trying to say, let's do this. Do you want the water cooled down, Finn? Is the water bothering you? Oh, that didn't work. Wait a minute, what's that? Oh, Enrique! You're back! You brought the rubber ducky!
Claro que sí. I wouldn't want Finn to be sad forever.
Well, thank you, Enrique. That makes Finn much better.
Ducky!
Ha! Oh, thank you, Enrique. Now we can get Finn cleaned up, and it's time. It's time for him to go to bed. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and say your thing, Flickler returns, and I'll answer to this.
All right. Am I glad to see you?
Well, that would have been something, even though Finn didn't squeeze Zacky's nose. Well, wait, yeah. And of course, I do know this portion. Yeah, and I do know. Yeah, I do know this portion from the normal episode of Baby Troubles, right at the start when they bring Kiki into Ort's house, and basically it says, "We're here, and look who we brought, Kiki, peekaboo, aha, aha, ga, ha, let me try, peekaboo, aha, aha."
Yeah. I think there's
I
another
don't know.
portion from that
Yeah,
same
from the
episode.
Yeah.
No trees like those.
Yeah, this one when they go to find a new squishy for Kiki. This is Gordon Six Tumbles exclusive bundle with a take-along set. Oh yeah, I do remember those take-along play scene DVDs. I have their discs, but I don't have the take-along sets anymore. I'll have to find the others. Well, the one season 6 episode he mentioned was the Gordon Takes a Tumble one. That's the only season 6 one I don't have, but there are a couple season 4 ones that are Toss the Special Letter and Henry and the Elephant. And there's a season 2 one, which is Percy Takes a Plunge, both Ringo Starr's narration from the Best of Percy VHS. And there's the James and the Trouble with Trees one from the Make Someone Happy VHS. And there also exists an Emily's Adventure one ripped from the It's Great to Be an Engine DVD. And of course, there's a Spick and Span one that has the rare take-along washdown set, which I don't have any of those. The only one I have is Special Letter, and that's it. Thank you for saying that. See when able. If
there were more take-alongs, I could imagine the one with Toby having the episode, maybe Toby and the Flood.
Yeah, ripped from the Races, Rescues, and Runaways DVD release.
And
yeah, thanks. I know you did an amazing job pointing that out. See what enable. But anyway. And I do know that in the other portion of Baby Troubles, Flickler Returns, when basically Emmy rubs Kiki's back and she sings out to her, "Go to sleep," and then she just giggles like that instead of having to fall asleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep. I think they also say something doesn't look like she's very sleepy. And this time we could do taking turns with Max and Ord's Nope. Nope!
Alright.
Yeah. I was doing Nope!
Finn!
No, I was doing this portion of the normal Baby Troubles episode. Nope!
No, Kiki! That's not for eating! The bottle, Ord!
Bottle? What bottle?
Kiki's bottle!
You mean this one?
What happened to all the milk?
Oh, sorry. But I was just doing the portion when they keep they take turns saying nope. This isn't the right squish. He says nope, nope, nope. We gotta stop, Horde. I'm all squishied out.
We could be here a gazillion years and never find a squishy exactly like Kiki's. Oh.
But Art, look, I found one. It looks just like Kiki's.
Ooh, you're a genius!
Yeah, and then Rocky. Oh, how about for this one? And you'll be Kiki squishy, and she laughs, and she grabs Zacky's nose. I'll just do it for all Zack and Wheezy. Rocky, Rocky, please go to sleep, little Kiki.
Squishy! Squishy! Squishy!
Yes. Oh, brother. Yeah, you're gonna be Kiki and Cassie for this one. I was just doing Zack's. Oh, brother.
She thinks your nose is a squishy.
Oh, Zacky, you're the best.
Got it!
We have the squishy. Shh.
Squishy! Squishy! Squishy!
Finally. And then, of course, honey, how did it go?
Like I said, it was easy, Mommy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I do know this portion at the beginning of Whole Lot of Maracas going on Flick Returns, where basically goes, wake up, sleepyhead.
I'm tired.
And then, but and then Max exclaims out, I'm awake, when she uses the Jack in the Box to wake him up.
I'm awake!
It's just, Max? Not again?
Pop goes the Max.
Yeah. And yeah, I do you know this portion in this episode of Thomas where basically at this portion of the episode, yeah, I know this one where it goes, this is, what's a dimmer station? Yeah, from Harvey the Rescue, and Hersey asks, what's the he says dimmer station, but it's supposed to be demonstration. Basically says, what's a dimmer station?
Demonstration,
said Thomas.
Yeah. And
yeah.
what about in what about little green piggy in the middle? Just like Percy.
Well, it's little green piggy in the middle, but later on he says it to James. They say little red piggy in the middle for James.
Little red piggy in the middle. Just like Percy.
Confided Bert.
I am not like Percy. I am not a middle engine, and I am not moving.
And he didn't. And this portion of the episode was this, right on time, said the manager. But what is that big red engine doing in the middle? It's just learning, Percy.
All right. There we go. Let's see. Learning.
Learning what?
Not to be a middle engine.
James covered himself in steam, hoping that no one would see him, but it was no use. There's only one big red engine on the island of Sodor, and everyone knows his name is James. Yeah, and I also know this portion of the Thomas episode in season 5. Yeah, this portion of the Thomas season 5 episode where at the very end it says, Gordon was very worried that Sir Topham Hatt would be cross with him. He was, but not with Gordon.
Whoever caused all this disturbance will have me to answer to.
And he did, and right away. Look who's here, said Thomas. George had been found out by Sir Topham Hatt and punished. He looked miserable. Now we can have some peace at last, said Percy.
I want to get rolling again, but I gotta wait a full week till I do.
And then you'll be as rude as ever. Eh, George?
Yeah. Oh, and what about a scene from earlier in the episode when Gordon is like, "Pooh, you're just a small engine. That's why he's rude to you. He wouldn't dare cause me any trouble."
Yeah. Or like in this portion after the episode, in the episode after Sir Topham Hatt says to please help with the arrangements, and the Alec Baldwin or Michelangelo said the engines were excited. My favorite station is for Farquhar, said Thomas. Mine is Maithwaite, said Toby. Percy, what's yours? Percy was too tired to explain. Yeah, and then Percy's too... Yeah, the episode from season 5, when Thomas and Toby are explaining what their favorite stations are for decoration. Toby's thinks his is Maithwaite and Thomas is for Farquhar.
And I think there's one portion where Percy is like, that's why I like it. Especially when you're there and not here saying I'm silly. Good night.
But of course, like when he's annoyed, he says, Harold the helicopter. He says, why is Harold buzzing about? I haven't had time for a race day. Says, why is Harold buzzing about? I haven't had time for a race today. And his driver says, what's that? Asked his driver. Why, bless me, it's a ram.
Yeah. And, and what about, let's see. Let's see. Oh, bother.
Percy stuttered, but it didn't sound like Percy. It was so cold, he could hardly make a sound. At last, James was on his way back to the sheds. In the fog, he saw shadows and strange, scary shapes. Scary Jack Frost, he whispered nervously. Paw! Ha!
Hello, James?
Muttered Percy icily. Scary Jack Frost, cried James, and he raced away as fast as his wheels could carry him. He didn't stop until he got back to the sheds. Yeah, the episode Jack Frost from season 6, where it says, yeah, like that. And this, so scary Jack Frost is only Frost, Percy tooted happily, and soon he was as warm as toast.
And let's see. Anyway, I think there's this one
I'm listening.
portion from let me see. I'm gonna pick. Ooh, I want you to collect the jet engine and take it to the airfield.
Said Sir Tom. What's a jet engine? Asked Percy.
A jet engine goes forward by pushing hot air out of its back.
Sir Topham had explained.
Just like when you blow up a balloon and let it go.
Added Thomas.
It's very fast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, in that same episode, but a different scene when Thomas tells her to please hurry up. And
all right, hurry up. This is a
Huh,
special
Thomas?
special.
Cranky did not like being told what to do, especially by an engine. He became so cranky that he was careless with his hook. His hook knocked the switch, and the switch started the jet engine, and the engine began to whine. The whine got louder and louder and louder. Uh-oh, said Cranky. Before he could say anything else, the jet engine was rocketing Thomas up the line.
Whoa!
Said Thomas. The driver tried to put on the brakes, but Thomas couldn't stop.
Oh boy!
The station master called ahead.
Clear the lines! It's a runaway train!
Signals were changed, and points were switched. Thomas had never been so excited. Yeah, Thomas the Jet Engine, which we just showed on that DVD earlier. But you can also find it in the Story of Thomas the Jet Engine sampler DVD, which I don't have that yet.
Yeah, but apparently that DVD came out a year later than the DVD packed with episodes.
Yeah, that's what Hit Entertainment did. Anyway, yeah, and I do know this portion of the Dragon Tales episode. Oh yeah, the other portion of the season 2 episode 1 portion, Me First Wizard, was this. Let's line up from height from short to tall. Okay, everybody behind me.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I do remember this portion, but it is from, let me see. Thanks to you, my badge stinks, and so do I.
Thanks to my back.
I can give you a hint. It's
Okay.
It's the sister episode to Teasing Is Not Pleasing.
Oh, it's Teamwork season 2 episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I like that. It's okay in my opinion, but yeah, I don't know if I like it still or not. You're ready, but did you check to see if there's nothing in your house? Other person trying to join. Okay, but if I see an echo effect, then I'm gonna have to let you leave, unfortunately. Okay, here we go.
Hey guys.
Hey, how's it going? Toss Tangent and Blue's Clues fan 2022.
It's going
Or I
great.
came. That's good. Yeah, I'm just glad you got to join for a while. We just got finished showing Thomas episodic season 6 releases. We all know what season 6 of Thomas. It's mixed bag. Some people don't like that season. Some people do like it.
I have a question for you guys.
What?
What's your opinion on All Engines Go? For me, I'm neutral.
I don't like All Engines Go. The reason why I hate it so much. What's the main? Guess my main problem. Thomas is the main star of every single episode. Couldn't they just let somebody else take the lead? I like, even in the stupid Sharon Miller era or the Hit era, they let somebody else take the lead.
Well,
That's why I.
Well, guess what? The CGI is coming back this summer.
It is?
Yeah.
Maybe, hopefully this summer, maybe they'll do a sequel to The Adventure Begins. Maybe. We'll see. I hope they make a sequel.
Sorry, go ahead.
They were going to make another Thomas movie to The Adventure Begins, the sequel called The Adventure Continues.
Cool. Also,
I hope they do.
Made
Yeah.
A new Trackmaster Thomas came out. CGI.
Well, at least it's going back to the CGI series, which I like better.
Yeah, I love the CGI. No, I was just thinking about doing the impressions.
Okay, well, this one we're doing Thomas, and we can probably just do Thomas, because I don't know if you like Dragon Tales, but me and Flickle Returns do.
Oh, I never heard of Dragon Tales.
Okay, it was probably after your time, but if you were born around the same time it came out, you probably watched it, but if you were born way after that, but you can always just watch it on YouTube.
Oh well, the year I was born in 2010.
Okay, that was right as soon as Dragon Tales was being taken off the block. So,
I was
Yeah,
born in 2000.
Anybody guess his impression? The island
Yeah,
of
this-
Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields in green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor.
yeah, you're doing the Island of Soda introduction from Thomas that was used from seasons 8 through 12 and even of course 13 through 18.
Yeah, I like the Mark Morgan.
That's the version that can be heard on many DVDs or PBS Kids airings or
That's right.
Yeah.
And I hear
I-
that you're
I've watched a few CGI era episodes, and to be honest, the classic series would always stick with me the most.
Yep. And also, movie and game lover. It's been an hour since your stream has started.
yeah, I just started I started at because this is what I like to do when I start my streams. I like to do them at around between 7 and 8 o'clock p.m. because some of my friends are still in school.
What
That's
time
what I
is it?
yeah.
What time is it for you? For me, it's 7:31 p.m.
8:31 my portion, and it's 6:31 Flick Love Returns' time zone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm 2 hours apart from 2 hours behind.
Wow.
Yeah, it's mountain time, so 2 hour difference.
So you live in the mountain time zone, movie game lover, and I live in the eastern time zone.
Well, I live in like the standard time. Bowie. Yeah. And I also do know this portion Flick Love Returns in the episode as he was muting his mic. We'll do this portion from the Dragon Tales episode. I'm trying to do this from the Me First Wizard before he got in Flick Love Returns. I felt right now, okay, everybody line up behind me. And then Ord goes angrily, no, I'll always be last.
Yeah.
Unless, yeah.
No, I'll always be last.
Unless we go backwards, tall to short, then I'll always be last.
Also, I hear your birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah, in about a few weeks. Yeah, 1, 2, 3,
13th of June.
Yeah, 4 weeks to be exact. Yep.
Well, I'm the same. My birthday's close to yours. Mine's on June 9th.
Oh, it's so cool. Yep.
Like 24 more days until I turn 15.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, this portion of the Me First Wizard Flick Love Returns are basically us. Okay, let's have a fire breathing contest. Longest flame goes first. But then Zach says, "But you got a bigger mouth."
Yeah.
Do not.
Do too.
Ah, brothers.
And my birthday's coming up on the 28th of July, so it's gonna be in a little over 2 months.
Okay,
Cool.
so we've got an hour, a month and 12 days. Yeah, I've been doing this stream for an hour and 4 minutes. Yeah, but in a month, yes, and a couple of days is Flick Love Return. Well, 2 months basically. Yeah, 2 months, 12 days till Flick Love Returns his birthday.
Yeah, my 25th birthday to be exact.
Yeah, I'll be 27 soon.
I'll be 15 soon.
Yeah,
That's cool. Like
What?
you're already an adult.
I've been over an adult for like so many years.
You're lucky.
Yeah. And also saying Flick Love Returns. I know this portion of the Dragon Tales episode when Max and Emmy are being hugged by Ord while he's soaring up into the sky from Finders Keepers. Just when he says, Max, Emmy, and he's, oh, I'm so glad to see you. And then of course it's, oh, I don't know where it goes. The rest it goes like this. Or could you be a tiny bit less glad? Oh, Jake Martin's here. Hopefully check around your place, Flick of Returns. Oh, no, Jake Martin, I mean. You're already here, Flick of Returns. Silly me. I mean, Jake Martin, check around your place. Silly me. Yep, let me just ask him. I'll ask him to make sure nothing's going to be bothering me. Whoops. Oh, okay. You already answered that. Okay. No, okay. Right now.
Hello there.
Hey, Jake Martin. Welcome to the stream showing, well, Thomas Home Media releases with season 6 episodes.
You say you talking to
Season
me
6.
or Toby the Tram Engine or me? Yeah, that's me, Jake Martin.
It's just
Anyways, what's
Oh,
up?
hi, Jake Martin.
Well, hello
Yep.
there, Thomas the Tank Engine and Blues Clues fan 2022.
It's
Yep,
nice to meet you.
pleasure.
You too.
Yep. Anyway, yep. We just showed Thomas episodic season 6 releases. Jake Martin. Because I just showed off earlier when it was just me and Flick Love Returns at the start. I showed off the 2 copies of Monk Glorious Mud because the reasons I want to get the Easter version. Well, first you got to show off your stuff.
Yep. Here are my 3 DVDs with season 6 episodes and 1 VHS, of course. So here's my New Friends for
Yep.
Thomas tape, which only has 2 of them.
The Jack Jimson and A Friend in Need. But those have Michael Angelus's narration, not Baldwin.
Thomas's Snowy Surprise, which has 3 of them.
Yep. Of course, yep, it's only snow, but it's misstyled Thomas's Snowy Surprise.
I have that DVD.
Ultimate Christmas, same 3 episodes, so...
Yeah.
Anybody got the Tom's Friends Spills and Thrills DVD?
I have the Spills and Thrills. I was going to show some stuff with Jake Barney because then we could talk about stuff as everything Thomas and other things.
And also, it was also Thomas and Friends 80th anniversary.
Yeah, that was just a few days ago. Yep. Just about 4 days ago. Yep.
And it was one of my friends named Fabian's 22nd birthday.
I noticed his birthday was a few days ago. But anyway, yep, Monk Glorious Mud.
Yep, it has A Friend in Need with Alec Baldwin's narration.
Yeah. And also Edward the Really Full Engine as well.
Oh, yeah, must forget Edward the Really Full Engine, of course. Course correctly, the US, instead of using the British one, very on James and the Red Balloon and Engine Friend, though it still has its American dialogue.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I do have the 2 copies of Mud Glorious Mud, Jake Martin. This one without a slipcover. I'm putting the Easter version, the Easter paper over this version. This Bear Anchor Bay copy I remember getting back in many years ago. Because I hate the Lionsgate reprints, I'll just put this over this spare Anchor Bay Bear one. Yeah, I can avoid the Lionsgate one altogether. Because I like the Anchor Bay ones better. Yeah, I don't like the Lionsgate reprints of older Thomas CVs. They don't look good.
That's settled, grumbled Gordon. And buffer to buffer, the Allies puffed home.
Oh, CO100 Abel's says hello to you, Jake Martin, and the Toss Tangent Blues Clues fan 2022 YT. They say they're nice. He says nice to see you're here. He asks, how's your guys' day going?
Oh, let me just check. CEO and 100
CO1
Abel.
CO100. Yeah.
I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, hello to you
CEO.
too, CEO 100 Abel and Emily the Sterling, engine number 12.
Yeah, I forgot to say. Yeah. Well, yeah. Another thing, I'm also gonna do this, Shake Barn, to also avoid the Lionsgate or Universal re-release of Ultimate Christmas. To have this on DVD 4 times, get another slipcover edition of Ultimate Christmas. Anyway, this is like I said, I'll get another Ultimate Christmas that looks just like this, Shake Barn, the slipcover edition. Even though I don't actually mind the slipcase one that you have, because I don't need two identical slipcover ones because it's literally the same packaging. It's just different artwork. That is.
That looks awesome.
I remember I used to get a copy of Ultimate Christmas that apparently had the newer Anchor Bay logo from 2008 on the spine and the back cover.
Maurice Gregory is backstage.
I don't think this. Well, I think this is enough people for now. I think it's best if, since it's Follicular Returns and Jake Martin here, it's best to yeah.
Yeah, that's the logo I'm talking about.
Yep, it's shown on other stuff that isn't Thomas. There's some Anchor Bay releases from 2008 that aren't Thomas that also have that logo. And I also know for this Jake Martin, yes, I told you this before, I'll have Thomas's Halloween Adventures on DVD 4 times, but three thicker case copies, but they're the original 2006 DVD, but they'll go over the slipcover editions. They'll go underneath the slipcover versions, basically. Like if the Thomas's Halloween Adventures Glow in the Dark Universal slipcover, but it has the original 2006 DVD underneath. Yeah, also, now I'll tell you this, Jake Barn. I saw a Thomas's Snowy Surprise on DVD at my workplace, which I won't say out loud, at my...
Don't do that. Mm-mm.
I'm going to get the version where it's the silver outline, but it does have it listed correctly as its own snow. Correctly. I can't believe I found that version. I saw it at my place, but I didn't buy it. But I know when you got yours, it unfortunately did say Thomas's Snowy Surprise on the back, even though you should look at the pictures carefully before buying. That's why I did it when I did I probably did a video of that before. When you're buying stuff on eBay, make sure to look at what you're getting before you purchase. Like, ask if there's no pet smell or no smoke smell. If it smells of awful smoking. Or if it's in when you're asking questions about that for the seller, ask if there's no pet smell or pet odor.
Yeah. And in addition to that, sometimes we also need to make sure it doesn't cost too much money.
The rarest, sometimes the rarest thing I could buy for a rare VHS would be between $20 and $30. Anyway, I'm showing Spills and Thrills, Jake Barn. The reason why is because, yes, it referenced the very first episode on this DVD, Away from the Sea, references all the way to the season 6 episode, Salty Secret. But for some reason in that flashback, Mavis was replaced by Diesel.
Yeah. And then
That's the DVD I have.
I was going to say, if Ultimate Christmas got 10 episodes instead of 9, the last one I would pick would be Oliver the Snow Engine, but with the original music instead of the newer music. And that could have been the only release with Michael Brandon's. That can be the only episode with Michael Brandon's narration for Ultimate Christmas, but with the original music.
Yeah. Anyway, here's I'm showing the Styles and Discoveries DVD, Jake Barn, because the reasons why is because in the episode Emily Saves the World, there's one season 6 episodes that calls back in Emily Saves the World when Thomas tells Emily a special delivery he pulled, which, well, it calls back to the season 6 episode Thomas and the Jet Engine. Yeah, like when Emily says, "Thomas, have you pulled anything exciting before?" Yeah, like when Emily asks Thomas, "Thomas, have you delivered anything exciting before?" "Yes, Emily, I have. Once, I delivered a jet engine, and it started so fast that I raced across Sodor at supersonic speed."
Yeah. It's like Thomas and the Jet Engine is like a Thomas the Tank Engine episode that kind of feels like a JJ the Jet Plane episode, in my opinion. Because of the
Or
super
like
that Thomas goes to.
Or like the Sonic that... What? Hold on. As I was saying, you were saying Flip Clever Turns. It kind of reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog with Thomas going fast like a jet engine.
I can see why it reminds you of Sonic.
Yeah, like the way the jet engine pushes Thomas very fast. I mean, you haven't watched any of the Sonic cartoons. I don't think Jake Barnes watched any of the Sonic cartoons, but he hasn't watched any of the live-action Sonic films yet.
No. I have a question for you, movie game lover.
What?
What's your opinion on Angry Birds? For me, like.
Don't know my opinion, so I don't know if I like it or not. I can't answer that question.
I see.
So even though I like to play the game Angry Birds, I would probably just play the Angry Birds video games any day.
Me too. I like playing the Angry Bird games.
Yeah, I can also show you this, Jake Barn. I do have the Mr. D. These two movies I put up on full screen and widescreen DVD on my shelf. I could grab them if I can.
You are useless little bugs, he called from above. If you put these freight cars in the inside line, so it wouldn't have so far to travel. Rubbish, said Thomas. No crane has ever complained before. Well, I'm complaining now. And Cranky banged his load down on the quayside.
Yeah, anyway, here's what I'm talking about, Jake Barn. Here's my 2 DVD versions of Mr. Deeds, but you have just one of them.
I've never seen that before.
Mr. Deeds is a recommend.
Well, that's cool. Even though I've never seen it before. Never heard of it either.
Oh, it's a funny Adam Sandler comedy.
What's the rating of it?
PG-13, but it's...
Okay. I see.
Yeah. The only Adam Sandler film, excuse me, I almost said Billy Madison by mistake, but I meant to say the only Adam Sandler film that I've seen is Billy Madison, alongside seeing some bits and pieces of Click that had Dragon Tales being shown on a live-action TV set.
Flick?
Click. C-L-I-C-K.
Sorry, Flicko, Lova, and Movie Gamer, do you like this episode called Cranky Bugs?
Yeah, everyone likes the episode Cranky Bugs.
Me too.
I used to be scared of that episode as a kid. I used to be scared of Cranky Bugs when I was a kid. But now growing up, I like how it's filmed and how they filmed the crashes and all the way they filmed it.
And I also like Salty Secret.
Yep, I like that debut. It's the premiere where they don't mention Thomas at all.
Yeah, like they did mention Thomas in the deleted scenes.
Yeah, but at least like in the actual episode they don't mention him at all, but he makes a cameo in Salty Secret.
Yeah, cameo. Same with the cameos are Henry and Percy. I like the yo ho ho and the bucket of prawns, the tailor spins and the captain yawns.
Yeah, And I do recall I think there was a deleted scene from Haunted Henry where Henry was talking to Gordon all about what he saw last night, but that scene was cut due to time constraints.
And also, I'll show you this, Jake Barn. I now have Revenge of the Sith on both full screen and widescreen DVD. Yep, here's my full screen copy and the widescreen version. Yeah, and also just to clarify, since it's reaching almost 9 o'clock, guys, I'll tell you this right now. Next week on Friday, May 23rd, I'm going to be doing the last Classic Series episodic Thomas releases stream at 7:30 next Friday. On May 23rd at 7:30, yeah, Season 7 episodic releases next week on the 23rd of May at 7:30, the same time, 7:30 p.m., but and hopefully you guys have that planned out, because
All right.
well, because yeah, for reasons, yeah.
I will actually be having a doctor's appointment earlier in the day on the 23rd, but I should be here in time to
Well,
join
okay,
yours
yeah.
truly.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I know you'll do. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Flip returns, and I do know that Jake Barn will remember, because luckily, all of us should just because I know I have to keep reminding them that way they don't forget. Because let me show you something with. Yeah, like I said, the only DVD copy I'll live with where it's error Toss a Story Surprise on the back, Jake Barn, is just the version with CD sampler. Well, as for the VHS copies, yes, I'll have to live with one of them listing the error and one doesn't. I guess I'll show you this now. I can get my Tommy James down, if I can. Yeah. Here's my Tommy James Jake Barn, and look at this. The sticker is in better condition. I replaced the sticker. Just like that. Yep. But, well, yeah, so yeah, I showed this, or maybe I showed this before, or if not, I'll just show it up closer just to be sure.
I see it.
Yep, I replaced the sticker, and it's in better shape. It's not wearing off. But if there's a chance, I might just replace the other sticker. This one. I mean, it's not that worn off. I mean, maybe it's a little worn, but it's at least it's in better shape. I mean, yeah, you don't have a Tommy James quite yet, Jake Barton.
Well, I do have a Tommy James, of course, but I actually have the Trackmaster James from Fisher Price with a coupler attached to his tender. So.
Oh, kind of like this Tommy James, but it just has a different face.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do have a
which I might use it in Thomas and the Breakdown Train, Season 1 version of Thomas Saves the Day.
Okay. Well, if I found another James that looks just like this Jake Barn, I could probably just take him. I could probably unscrew the bottom and just use, just the boiler portion. Use the motor to take off. Because I made that mistake as a kid. I cut the wires. I shouldn't have done that. But luckily, I found another James, which is good.
Well, for me and my Trackmaster Fisher Price James, I'll uncouple his tender from his boiler calves. Where when I do the scene where the breakdown train puts James back on the track.
Yeah, asking a lot of this. Thanks for that, COR Enable. But yes, I know they stopped working, but you can always find new ones at flea markets or thrift stores. Well, probably best to do flea markets, because I think I watched this guy's recent video. He found some Thomas stuff at a flea market. Maybe they have Thomas told me stuff at flea markets in my state, which I won't say my state out loud. And yeah, that's cool. COR Enable. Yeah, and I can't text my YouTube friends. That's a Don't text
No,
them.
no,
Don't email
no,
them.
no.
Oh, yeah, there's my James. The only thing I have to live with is his face, like, fading. It's kind of yellowed like that. Or if I'm lucky, I could find another James that looks just like this. I could just replace the boiler, honestly. Which, yeah, I could do that, yeah. Anyway, here's my Harvey. Where the coach is motorized, but Harvey only moves when the coach is on. Oh, okay. Thanks for joining the thing. And Thomas in Blue's Clues fan 2022 just left. And yeah, I know you have to go. I know you got to go. See or enable. It's nice talking with you in the live chat once again. Of course. Yeah. That's cool. You have Harvey. Yeah, I've got Harvey. Anyway, yep. Here's the Harvey. It's okay. TYT MTV. Yeah, I know. You don't have this Harvey, or I don't know if you. I'm not sure if you got Harvey or not, Jake Barn. If not,
No,
there's
I don't have Harvey with the battery motorized on the coach. Of course,
there is a Tommy Harvey. MJ Maurice is still trying to get in. I don't know if this is a good idea because I just had him in a while ago. I don't know why he wants to get back in all of a sudden.
And TYT MTV says that his thing just kicked him out, and
I didn't tell him to leave. Maybe his Wi-Fi went out. I don't know. I should have told him.
Wi-Fi problems. Ugh, unbelievable. Very annoying.
My Wi-Fi is working just fine.
Same with mine.
Yeah. Anyway, here's my Harvey. We'll hopefully get the one where the coach is motorized and it makes Harvey still move. But there is a Trackmaster Harvey where he is motorized by himself. But if you'd rather get this one, Jake Barn, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I'd rather get the one with the brake coach motorized.
No, I just said... Why are you just saying please let... You were just in here, Maurice. Why do you want to be let in again? I just let you in for a while, okay?
Oh, and TYTM TV says that he has Wi-Fi problems. Bummer. Well,
at least he got to stay for a while, which I praise him for that. Anyway, it's okay. If you were just in the stream, you don't have to come back in again. That's only if I don't just allow people just come back in when they were just in the stream. Wait, let's keep looking at this Harvey. Yeah, I forgot to turn the thing around where now it should Harvey properly. Put the crane behind his boiler. There we go. That's better. Sticker's coming a little loose. That's fine. I noticed the sticker was coming a little loose, but that's okay. At least these stickers aren't falling apart, which is good. But I know where to find replacement decals. They're on Amazon. That's where I got the replacement sticker for my James. But like I say, this is the Harvey you're going to find, Jake Martin. Hopefully not it doesn't matter if it's the Fisher Price or the Hit Toy Company one that I got. It does honestly matter. Because at least... But I like this one where it resembles... I'll just show the coach. Harvey's off the frame. This coach reminds me of how the Soda Works unit coach looks like in the Season 1 episode Toss the Breakdown Train, a.k.a. the U.S. version of Toss Saves the Day.
And
this coach.
And TYTMTV says that
go now.
He's going to go now, so...
Yeah, see you in TYT MTV. Yeah. Harvey back there. I'll put him back after the stream is done. Luckily, I know I just put him right here. I guess I will show you this, Jake Barn, even though it's not Christmas, but I could show this often because it's May stuff. I like to say 25 days of Christmas in May, I guess. Look at this huge book of 5-minute Christmas stories, Jake Martin.
Well, bust my cow catchers.
Yeah, I found this at the store. I was like, okay, this looks cool. And I noticed there was a Lady and the Tramp portion in this book. Well, I don't know if I can show it all in the frame, but I guess I'll show you one of the pages. I guess I'll show you this page if I can find it. Hold on. More private chat. Yeah, it's amazing and cool. Amazing and cool. Yeah. What? Yeah. Oh, wait. Here, I guess I'll show you this page, Jake Martin said, even though it's not Christmas, but look at this. All the 4 puppies that were born at the end of the first Lady and the Tramp, this is how they look like in cute puppy form, but they have collars.
Oh, are they doing a sneak peek on Scamp's Adventure? Huh.
I think so, because well, at the end of the first Lady and the Tramp, it's Christmas, yeah. Yes, I know, yes, Baby Junior, at least the crying stopped occurring right at the end of the film. Well, okay, maybe I think he cried a little bit when the newborn Scamp did chew on his PJs a little bit, and well, probably because they had to take him up because it was his nappy time.
Yeah, like when Darling said, "Oh no, you don't, not you." If I could understand what Darling said.
I do know Darling's lines in the Scamp's Adventure portion, but only this portion at the end of the movie, like basically after she says to her husband Jim Dear. I'm surprised you did that at the end of the first Lady and the Tramp. Nice job, Jake Martin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like saying, this looks interesting. Like this one's a sneak one for Scamp's Adventure, because look at this, they're still in cute little puppy form, but they have their collars. But I know at the end of the first Lady and the Tramp, they didn't have their collars yet, but they were born. Yep. And yeah, well, here's this page. Yes, this one still has Junior in his baby form before he went to a toddler in Scamp's Adventure. Yep, this page where he got a rattle as a Christmas present. Makes logical sense. Oh, good night to you, MC Maurice Gregory. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go, Maurice Gregory. Yeah, if you guys don't have this book, I recommend trying to find this. It's easy to find.
I might get it for my 25th birthday.
Oh, it's Christmas in July. A Christmas thing to get in the birthday of July.
Well, there is a film called Christmas in July, which I'm not sure if you've seen or not, but I haven't.
No, I've heard of something, because I mean, they hold something for Christmas in July sometimes in my personal state, private state. But
yeah, having Christmas in July is kind of weird. Speaking of weird, you want to know what happened on April Fool's Day this year?
What?
Well, it's been snowing off and on where I was at, and in the afternoon.
Oh my god!
In the afternoon,
Oh my goodness!
while the heavy snow was falling, we apparently got some rumbles of thunder mixed in, called thunder snow, an extremely rare thunderstorm event where snow falls instead of rain. It is extremely rare.
Yeah, but also this page right here that the Darling family is going out to dinner instead of having their Christmas feast at home is maybe inspiration, like maybe Disney watched the Santa Claus and they got inspiration for this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think so too, because you guys have watched the Santa Claus, the original with Tim Allen.
Well, I still have the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
You're still missing the second one. Yeah, I can't give you my spare copy of the Santa Claus 2 on full screen DVD by itself, Jake Martin, but you have but you've only got the third one on okay, you probably just have first on VHS and third on DVD by itself.
Yeah, I'll buy the second one on my own since.
Yeah, I was going to give you my spare full screen DVD of Santa Claus 2 that's still sealed, but if not, I'll just let you get it by yourself, and I'll just wait till I get another box set of the 3 Santa Claus films on full screen. Well, technically the first 2 are on full screen DVD, but this third one you can choose widescreen or full screen. Anyway, let's put this book back like that. Yep. Seen this before. My Boko, my new priority Boko. If I get annoyed at something that I can't mind at all. I cannot mind at all. I do Boko's. Do you mind? Boko's. Do you mind? I'm not sure which version of Boko you'll find, Jake Barnett. Either this version, the Tomy one, or the Hit Toy Company version.
I don't think I've ever shown you this before, but a couple of months ago, I got another Sesame Street VHS, a very rare VHS of Sesame Street that I've gotten. Oh, it's the Sony Wonder Edition of Count It Higher. It's extremely rare.
Count it higher.
Count It Higher. Yep. I forgot this release existed.
Yeah, it's extremely rare because Random House copies are way more common. Sony Wonder copies of Count It Higher are almost impossible to find. Luckily, the price was not expensive, but it is an extremely rare tape. Take a look at this was released in 1999 This is the 1999 Sony Wonder reissue of Count It Higher.
Yeah. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, I noticed that the reels were yellowing, but at least the tape might still work, which is good.
I did
That's
test
the only thing.
during my VHS update. It works perfectly well.
Well, that's good.
And it's printed on the 135th day of 1999. I'd be glad to show this off again when I do the 2025 edition of the Sesame Street Home Media Collection.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reason I'm going to keep these widescreen individual DVDs of widescreen and full screen versions of Revenge of the Sith, Jake Barton, is because this is proves we didn't get a Revenge of the Sith VHS in America.
Yeah, bummer.
I guess Lucasfilm didn't want to do it. Yeah, I know it's upsetting, but at least I'm happy they didn't put Revenge of the Sith on VHS in America. Because I told you that problem. We're not going to explain it again.
Mm-mm-mm.
We've already explained it, but yeah. I also have a Mr. Deeds full screen like you, Jake Barton. It's in a Blockbuster case.
Yeah, for silly reasons. Like, why on earth would these people put movie DVD cases in Blockbuster cases, like artworks and discs? Like, why would they do that?
Well, apparently because I think I just do this because I have a memory, because Blockbuster is no longer in my state. I just get these anyway. I don't know the reason I did get this widescreen DVD also, Jake Barney, because I have them separate with Blockbuster artwork, is because, practically, I don't like having two different formats on DVD where it has the same paper insert, because it's literally the same paper insert. But when I got my Anger Management full screen DVD from Goodwill, it had the paper, and also when I got Anger Management widescreen DVD, it had that same paper.
Did you say Goodwill or something?
Well, yeah, I'm saying the store, yeah. I know that's the place I work at, but I'm saying that's where I found the... Well, this is where I found the Mr.
Right.
I know that's the place I work at, but I'm just saying this is the place I found the Mr. Deeds full screen artwork DVD in a Blockbuster case, because Blockbuster's no longer a thing in my state. I just collect these in Blockbuster. Yeah.
And same with my state, so...
And Flickle returns his private state as well. No more Blockbusters in any of our private states.
Anyways, I hope you did not see the mess or something like that.
I didn't mind the mess. I was noticing some stuff.
Like my Barney VHS tapes and my other DVDs and my 4 new DVDs I got, so I guess I'll show them. So what?
You can show... Well, since I saw the update video, I guess you could show the new stuff, Jake Martin, because I saw the recent update video just a while ago.
Yeah, 3 from eBay and 1 from Amazon. I'll start with 3 from eBay. I got Barney. It's time for counting. with the bonus episode Square Squares Everywhere from season number 8.
Yep, I'll hunt that DVD down just because of the bonus season 8 episode on that DVD.
Yeah. I think it was the newest season when I have started watching PBS. Back in like 2003, early 2004.
Well, season 8 is probably half 2003 and then 2004.
Yeah. That's the year I started watching shows on PBS. And I did see a few episodes of this on PBS, even though I've never owned it on physical media at all.
Hold on, who's trying to get in? Josh Evans? I don't know if this is such a good idea.
No.
Please, no, Josh Evans. We've got plenty of people. I don't think this is a good idea.
No.
Said, as Edward would say, from Edward Strikes Out. Basically, after he says,
Or
basically,
as-
like after, yeah, basically, I'll do this portion from Thomas says to Edward, "We have to get through, Puff Thomas. Why don't you go and get Rocky?"
Oh, or as Mr. Snuffleupagus would say in one of those Sesame Street episodes, no.
That's a good one. Flicko returns with Snuffy doing that.
Yeah, that's from the episode where Alice throws temper tantrums and Snuffy throws one, and then he goes, she always gets her way, 'cause she's little than me. It's always, Snuffy, you don't mind doing this, and Snuffy, you don't mind doing that. Well, you know what? I do mind. I mind a lot. It makes me angry. While no more Mr. Nice Snuffle. I won't share my Snuffle ball. I won't.
Good one. And then I also, I do also remember. I guess I'll show these Thomas DVDs, Jake Barn, that have season 6 footage in them. Actually, the Thomas Source Celebration DVD, which. Yeah, I brought this up before. I'll put the Easter edition packaging from the Lionsgate Easter packaging, but put the paper over one of the other 2005 releases I have. If I find an original, that is. Even though I don't mind the Fox reprint on Thomas Source Celebration, I'll just do it for the Fox reprint of Thomas Source Celebration. Put the Easter packaging over the 20th Century Fox version of Thomas Source Celebration.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, and I do know that.
I think 20th Century Fox did put out some other re-releases of those hit entertainment titles as well.
Yeah, they did some Thomas. They up to 2008. From 2006 to 2008, they did Thomas.
Well, from 2004 to 2006, it was Hit Entertainment alone. But if there was an additional company that released stuff alongside Hit Entertainment before 20th Century Fox took over, I would imagine Sony Wonder would probably do that.
That silly thing, but anyway, let's look at the rest of Jake Martin's new items since he just did the.
Yeah, I know. And yes, I know, Bummer. It's time for counting where they go to the school in the treehouse. Yada.
I don't have to watch the program. I can just go to the bonus episode instead.
But me on the other hand, I can watch the program, and plus, yes, I'm getting it on VHS because, well, it has a teaser trailer for Barney's very own movie, and it's none other than Barney's Great Adventure.
Well, that's the reason I own Barney's Great Adventure, the movie, on DVD, anyways. Yep, there's time for counting, and I know the next ones are going to be. One's going to be a Wiggles, and one's a Wallace. It's a Gromit.
Yeah, it's Wallace and Gromit DVD. It's Gromit's Tail Wagging DVD. This DVD came packaged with some copies of The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, whether you get it either in full screen or widescreen. I have it in full screen because I had it I got it from FYE since when? 2018? Of course I got it from. Of course, 2018.
Well, I don't have the Curse of the Were-Rabbit yet. I might give it a try. Anyway.
Yeah, it's got some things, cracking contraptions, behind the scenes of the Curse of the Were-Rabbit, of course. As you can tell by these thumbnails. Now, here's my Wiggles DVD, Wiggle Dancing, live in the USA. Favorite Wiggles video.
Of all time for you, and I have this DVD too.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be in Wallingford, Connecticut. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the intro to the concert. Yep.
This is one of the few DVDs 20th Century Fox put out. I do know Warner Home Video later put those DVDs out. Then End Circle Entertainment did.
Yep. Yep. I think this one and Life Hot Potatoes are my favorite.
Yeah, and
yeah, they skip a number on that DVD. They skip number 23's song. I don't know what song number 23 is.
Man, I'm gonna have to find out what song number 23 is.
I have to probably squeeze it in between the numbers 22 and 24.
Yeah, and last but not least that's right, my second Dragon Tales DVD. Say hola to Enrique. I got it from Amazon. And yes,
Even though that's got the Toys R Us sticker, but it wasn't purchased from Toys R Us.
Yes, originally purchased from Toys R Us, even though I got it from Amazon.
Well, I barely bought most of my Dragon Tales DVDs off Amazon. I did most of them from eBay because I wanted to have the inserts.
No insert, even though I bought it brand new. But honestly, who wants to worry about that?
It's probably just advertising of other stuff, maybe.
Yeah. And by the way, when I had one of my birthdays, there was no copy of It's Cool to Be Me on eBay, so my grandmother gave me that DVD off of Amazon or something.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Flip Clever Returns. I did most of my Dragon Tales DVDs from eBay, but sometimes I find them in person. Yeah, I know when you showed your Say Hello to Enrique DVD, Jake Barn, it's kind of like similar to when I bought my High Speed Adventures, but it has the sticker, Toys R Us sticker on Toss's face on the slipcover, but I'll try and get it off or just find another slipcover.
Yeah, and yes, I don't know why they separate those two parts on the To Fly with a Friend episode, even though they should have merged these two parts into one full episode and put all that glitters on this release.
Or the Big Race. One of those two, but I think the one we preferred is All That Glitters, the Dragon Tales Season 3 episode.
Yes, indeed.
Not to be confused with a SpongeBob episode with the same name from Season 4.
Yeah, which I have it on Whale of a Birthday in one of those triple packs. Yes, triple pack. With Bob Wet Pants and Truth or Square, so...
I know some people don't really like the episode All That Glitters.
Yeah, the Dragon Tales one is a little bit better because Max was I like when Max was upset and when we realized he what happened and he was so upset he killed
the scale fell out because he had that hole in the back of his pocket.
Yeah, the back of his pants, basically.
Oh, you know, that episode gave me vibes to a Clifford episode, The Kibble Crook, where he knows all of the dog kibble, and then he is afraid to admit that he was the Kibble Crook.
Interesting.
He gets forgiven by the other dogs at the end, thankfully.
Yeah, and also another thing I'll bring up with Yeah, like I said, yeah, I know when you did that cool portion, quote at the end of the first Lady and the Tramp, Jake Barn, when Darling said, no, not to you. Yep, and my songs from the station is right there. And the reasons why I would bring songs from the station, I have another copy, but I have just one to show, because there might be some season 6 footage in these sing-along songs. I know in the sound song when they sing the lyrics, when they sing the lyrics chugga chugga and they do the different sounds and they just say weesh. There's a season 6 clip from Toss Percy and the Squeak. And there's also also in the sound song, there's also, I think there's a signal. No, I think that signal changed I think that is from Toss the Jet Engine, when the signal changes when they sing the lyrics when the lights go red, when the light goes red. I think that signal scene is from Thomas and the Jet Engine, I think.
Yeah, like when one of the signalmen was on the phone, it said, "Clear the lines! It's a runaway train!"
And so signals were changed. And yeah, I think it's that. Yeah. I think it's that signal. But yeah. And also I know in the Surprises song, I think there's some season 6 footage in the Surprises song. I don't think there is. No, I don't think there's any in the Surprises song. I think there is some in A World Around You. No, I don't think so. But I know in the Ode to Gordon song there is season 6 footage from Thomas and the Jet Engine. Yeah, there's this scene when they brought to sing the lyrics again. We'll sing a song for Gordon, but there's this close up of him from Thomas and the Jet Engine when Gordon says, "I am the fastest," said Gordon proudly.
Yeah, and am I thinking about having a character watching this episode? Feliz cumpleaños, Enrique. Elmo will be looking forward to watching that Dragon Tales episode.
Question, considering that both shows are made from the same company. Me look forward to watching it too. And
Cookie
the other delicious cake and cookies.
Anyway, yep.
Anyway, here's my bonus item. Got either Playrail Emily with bronze buffers from eBay.
Oh yeah, I would like to get that Emily.
Just like season 7, of course. And yes, the battery motor size is in her tender. So
actually, I was showing with my my Toby James earlier, Jake Barn. I'd like to get these 3D printed Cole covers for my Toby James that I saw on this seller's eBay page. They have a Cole customized cover for the Tender Engines, Gordon, Henry, James, and Edward, which I like to get one of these days. So I can pretend like the Cole cover with actual Cole detail could be used for the Cole laid on the side of the track, but their Cole 3D printed ones are their covers for their Cole Tender.
Yeah, and I know the head toy company of Trackmaster Emily. Her eyes were looking like this way, but in the Playground one that I got, she is sort of looking down. So, and she also comes with a great fan.
You'll have to find her coaches one of these days. You have to get 2 of them. 2 of her coaches that she got the end of Emily's New Coaches.
Yeah. And this brake fan might be coupled. I might use this brake fan when I do Thomas's Christmas party, when I have this brake fan coupled up to Henrietta, just like Toby did. Let me show you.
Oh yeah, that seems. Yep, there we go. Yep, for the Thomas's Christmas Party remake. You have to find the 2 coaches for Emily.
Yep. Oh, and also when I do the remake episode for 3 Team Steam Engines Gruff, my hand might be seen as a shadow of a tree because, well, I'm kind of like Percy Engine 619. He did the same. Like, let me show it to you. When
Okay.
when Toby was explaining about some tree shadow grabbing an engine. Yep, there's my hand pretending to be a shadow of the tree, about to grab Toby. Yeah, just like that. When Toby was saying something, if I could understand what he said off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. And yeah, and here's most of my DVDs my stuff I got. I already watched this one, Start Your Engines. More season 19 episodes.
I can't wait to see that review coming eventually soon.
Yeah.
I'll have to hear. I'll just maybe if you do when you review the episode about Reds versus Blues, Jake Barn. Think of it as like this, like when talk about the part when Sir Tom Matt holds the red card. The next time Thomas and James misbehave like that, they'll get put on the red card. Explain to me why it throws me back to my memory of my time in elementary school cafeteria time. Maybe do that. Think of that. Yeah. Think of that portion.
And Thomas, excuse me, Ultimate Friendship Adventures with, Thomas the flipping babysitter. Like,
you could have just skipped. Could have just skipped the episode altogether. You could have just skipped it. Like,
I was already aware of it, and yeah, I find it bad. Like, I was like, oh my god, that baby. Stop crying already. I'm kind of like that grumpy passenger when he mutters.
Yeah, even though I have to get used to this at my private workplace, because if I did this at my private workplace, if I yelled at that person's baby to stop crying, I would get in trouble.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't yell at any don't do that.
I would basically I'll just make a sorry look on the face, like in the scene at School of Rock, if you've seen the movie School of Rock, when Mr. Schneebly, but he's really Dewey Finn, he pretends to be Mr. Schneebly, when Zach's dad is talking severely to him in School of Rock to say no more doing rock music after he's done his homework and chores, Mr. Schneebly, or he's really Dewey Finn, played by Jack Black, he makes the sorry look on the face for one of his students because he thought they couldn't do it anymore for the class.
Yeah, and yeah, I cannot believe that Entertainment and Universal would put that bad episode on this release. They should definitely take that episode off and put Helping Hero on it. Like, seriously.
We could have had all of season 19 on DVD in the US, minus Thomas the Babysitter, in our personal opinions.
Yeah, like, because I love how in Helping Hero it shows flashbacks from Hero of the Rails. Anyways, and here's Extraordinary Engines.
Luckily, when you got to the 3 Steam Engines Gruff episode, where...
Yeah, I find it way better than that Tale of the Brave movie. At least Percy did not act like a J-E-R-K to his friends, unlike in Tale of the Brave he did, but in this one he doesn't.
When Gordon said to him, "What is the matter with you, Percy? Racing in and bashing into Henry in the middle of the night?" And then this is, "Sorry, I saw something really scary on Toss's branch line."
Ugh, I've had quite enough of this spookiness. Just deliver the mail and let the rest of us go back to sleep.
And then he worries after he chuckles nervously.
Yeah, and I found out who wrote 3 Steam Engines Gruff, Andrew Brenner, and I was like, okay, Andrew Brenner, there you go. You did it way better than Tale of the Brave, I suppose. Huh.
I'm surprised he did that, by the way.
Anyways,
Okay.
and now here's my Journey Beyond Sordor, which I watched today.
Oh, yep. I'm
And
surprised
yes,
I watched this.
and yes,
Mhm.
that part where Frankie cried at the end of the movie, I was like very annoyed. Like, oh my goodness. What on earth is Frankie's problem? And I found something strange. Even though she was crying over Hurricane's wheels melted, she even don't have tears in her eyes. Like, what the heck?
Just like how, yeah, like even like when Junior was sobbing quietly at Scamp's adventure because he wants Scamp to come back home, I didn't see any tears coming out of his eyes either.
Man. Anyways, yeah. So those four I'll review. Those HMR videos. These four. And as for this one, yes, I will rant about the bad episode. Ugh, goodness.
I can't wait to hear that eventually when that comes out soon, because I just did mine like years ago. Anyway, anyway, let's. What you were saying, Stray Flick of Returns?
If there was a character that was going to snap at Thomas in Tale of the Brave that could have been better, what character should have done that instead of Percy?
Honestly, I would say it's either Gordon or James.
I would say James would have been more suited to call Thomas out instead of Percy. Yeah. Especially because Percy is Thomas's friend.
Yeah. And I also know for
and I must forget about these two Barney DVDs and two Sesame Street DVDs. I'm also going to do HMR videos on these four guys. So
haven't watched those yet, but well, yeah, I can't wait for the reviews to come out eventually.
Well, I watched that was months ago. I watched them before I moved into my new house, and yes, I show you the picture on my community tab. And yes, be aware of my kitty cat Layla, whether she might be in my
kitty.
Whether she might be in my videos, like whether she might be in the closet or on my bed sleeping, like taking a nap. So be aware of it. Just like you said in your Dragon Tales Playing Fair Makes Playing Fun DVD review, you might be a mild swearer. So I gotta be aware
ranting
of it
over me ranting over the no-hitter episode. And luckily, I just did it on just the Playing Fair Makes Playing Fun DVD. I'm not doing it on the Let's Be Friends VHS, which I'm staying away from that tape. And I'm staying away from the Let's... Yeah.
But I might, because I want to have my... Why can't a YouTuber like me have his Dragon Tales VHS collection? Like, and yes, I made my better dialogue of No-Hitter. Better than Flicka's, and... I don't want to mention 2 years ago. I really don't want to be mad at Flicka again. Like... And yes, Flicka, I do apologize for making a ranting post and how angry I was over your improvement on No Hitter. Yes, I used Toby with his OG face when he says freight cars should be where you want them when you want them.
I know it was an accident.
Then I got your comment saying there's no point in me getting angry. You were just having fun in one of your streams from 2022. So
yeah.
But yeah, never again will I get mad at you like you, Flick 11 2000 Returns, like over whose improvement is better, either yours or mine. That was so flipping stupid of me. Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyways, and I got these two I have not watched, The Great Discovery and The Great Race. I'll watch them probably next Friday and do HMR videos on these two. And yes, The Great Race, I'll be aware of that part where Annie and Clarabelle are being liars. to Thomas, and yes, I'll scream just like Anakin did. Liar!
Yeah, I know. I did it. Yeah, anyway, here's my Scams Adventure VHS, Jake Martin. I saw one of your posts saying, yes, you'll get this in the 2006 DVD soon. Whereas the Lady and the Tramp, the original, yes, I know you'll get the 87 VHS instead of the 98 VHS, but I prefer the one where it has fully restored versions better.
Oh, and I also got those 3 Thomas DVDs out. Probably another Friday. Well, next Friday. Let me go on my calendar on my iPad. I wonder where. Ah, there it is. There it is. I might. Well, let's see. I might watch The Great Discovery and The Great Race next Friday on. Let's see. One of those Fridays.
If you think you can figure this out, Jake Martin, I guess since you're figuring that out, I'll explain something to Flick Love Returns. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Jake Martin just muted his thing, but he's still on the thing, Flick Love Returns. So I guess I'll now explain this Flick Love Returns. I think for this portion of yeah, I think we did this portion from. Didn't we do this in? I think we did this in one of your streams where one of us was Cassie and one of us was Finn. When Finn landed his butt on, or he landed his tummy on Cassie's castle after he fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. I think you were Cassie, and I think this one you were Cassie and Ketzel, and I was just Finn.
All right. Okay, so I'll be watching The Great Discovery and The Great Race on the 23rd of May on Friday, and towards the end of May on May 30th when I watch these 3 Tales from the Tracks. That's I may not be able to get it on VHS because how extremely rare and hard to find.
Yeah, there's Come Ride the Rails as well, which I remember watching a lot as a kid, and Milkshake Muddle. Yeah, with the lazy menu, but at least it's not like it's. Yeah, some people say Milkshake Muddle's menu is lazier than Ultimate Friendship Adventures is. But at least on Ultimate Friendship Adventures, there's a way to look at the episodes. Even though there's no bonus features, I think the Ultimate Friendship Adventures one goes above Milkshake Muddles is better.
Oh yeah, and here's my Wallace and Gromit DVD, The Curse of the Were Rabbit, full screen, and that FYE sticker. That's what I'm talking about earlier.
Yeah. Yep. FYE is a really cool store. I need to go to. I think see if there's anything good at FYE when I go there again sometime. Really? Yeah. As I was trying to say, yeah. Now I'll bring up the Adventure Begins, Jake Martin, where yes, I think there's one instance like even though this is fully season 1 retelling, one season 6 season 6 character makes a cameo in the background during Release Full Engine, but he was not introduced at the island till that point. Guess who it was? Salty made a brief cameo in the Release Full Engine song, but he was not even around at that time yet.
I don't know what those CGI animators are up to, especially they cannot make Henry in his old shape in full CGI. Like, did they not have budget to do that? Like come on.
Yeah. It's more of a continuity error, if you ask me.
Yeah. Here's my Oliver and Company VHS, Jake Martin, because I know you said through that community post you're still going to get that VHS as well as the DVD from 2009. And I just explained, yes, if the Toy Story on home video trailer pops up as your thumbnail, you can just make an actual background yourself. If this portion of the Toy Story on home video trailer gets in your way, that's no need to worry. You can easily change that. Whereas me, I'll just use a stock image of the VHS. see. I also know for Percy Saves the Day, I'll just explain it without having to grab anything else, Jake Martin, that there is some season 6 footage in the season 7 episode The Old Bridge. There is some season 6 footage, but it's from Dunking Duncan.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot to tell you there was another episode where Sir Topham Hatt scolds a character severely.
Yeah, as I was saying to Jake Martin, there's the season 6 Dunking Duncan footage in The Old Bridge, but in the Dunking Duncan episode, he scolds Duncan at the very end, or
Yeah, you have not been a responsible engine. Your impatience has caused confusion and delay, and you owe these engines an apology.
sorry, Duncan said to Rusty, Rheneas, and Skarloey.
Once you have been repaired, you will work in the yard until you learn to be more patient and careful.
Yes, sir, said Duncan. And like in this portion, Rusty saves the day after the narrator said Sir Topham Hatt was cross. Sorry, sir, said Rusty's driver. We were helping Rheneas and Skarloey.
I know you like helping Rheneas and Skarloey, but it takes too much of their time. I am going to shut it down.
Rusty was upset. But what will Rheneas and Skarloey do?
They will come and help you work at the quarry.
He had made up his mind. There was nothing Rusty could do. Their line was closed down. And then, of course, like later, Sir Topham Hatt came to tell Rusty the news.
Yeah.
And also, I was trying to. Now I'll say this. Flip Club returns. Jake Martin has his screen muted. Well,
I'm back. I had to grab me a drink. My throat's sort of drying up.
This is why you bring a drink with you. If you're feeling thirsty, bring a drink with you at all costs. This is why I bring a cup of water. Anyway. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me for the tiny burp. Pardon me for the tiny burp. But anyway, as I was trying to say, I can't wait for the. Well, actually, you have to watch the Seola Tunrike Dragon Tales DVD first.
Well, I might, or probably next month, since
you could. Oh, those and those, yeah. I know you're trying to. Yeah.
And yes, I have my Barney stuff out for some silly reason. Yes, I got It's Time for Counting, back when they were at the school in the treehouse, because come on now, how many Barney videos I have where they're at the school in the treehouse? Let's see, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 5. Now, I used to have 4 last year. Now this year, I have 5. Like, I have these 2 where they used these 2 season 3 releases of Barney, of course. These 2 I had since last year, of course.
Almost a year.
And this one, Let's Play School, or ABC Season 1, 2, 3s. I had it for years, along with Round and Round We Go. And I know ABC Season 1, 2, 3s. It's the same video as Let's Play School. Like what about the story time thing where they did a parody version of Little Red Riding Hood as Little Yellow Riding Hood, like Baby Bop.
I heard that before. Yeah,
like Baby Bop. Do you mean Little Red Riding Hood? I changed it to yellow because yellow is my favorite color, Barney.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think Baby Bop might be the Barney counterpart to Elmo from Sesame Street.
Well, she was voiced by Julie Johnson, and so
yeah, I know that. But if Barney actually had a crossover episode with Sesame Street, Baby Bop could have interacted with Elmo.
Oh, jeez. And yes, movie and game lover, I did the opening and closing to
Yeah.
these two. And yes, I showed the opening clip from Barney's musical scrapbook where, yeah, Barney did not come to life. Instead, he entered the treehouse looking through his photo album, and before he starts talking to the viewers like this. Oh, hi, everybody. It's good to see you again. I'm glad you're here because I have something super deep duper to share with you. This is my photo album, and it's filled with oodles of pictures of happy times I had friends like you. Oh, there are so many happy memories. Oh, oh, look! Do you remember this? It was a warm day, and Min and I were spinning round and round in the sunshine.
That's a cool one. And I also know in this portion in the Wiggly Safari thing, Jake Barton, when the Wiggles call it snakes, 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 snakes.
Like snakes, 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 snakes. Greg, let's get out of here.
Yeah, and of course, like I know this portion when the snake song starts is when Greg says, "You can look, but you better not touch."
You better not touch. Danger,
Danger.
danger, danger.
You better not. You better not touch. You better not.
You better
Yeah,
not touch. He needs business.
Yeah, all the other three Wiggles when there's cool spy glasses. That's a cool inspiration.
Probably sunglasses to me.
Oh
And
yeah,
yes,
they're more like sunglasses. Yeah.
And yes, I cut the transition where it shows the episode clip from the first Barney season 3 episode, Sean and the Beanstalk. Like when Barney and the kids were like spinning round and round before Min was about to say, "We had lots of fresh air up here, Barney." And before Barney said, "We sure do, Min, but all this spinning is making me dizzy. Whoa, whoa." And then the kids realized that Barney was about to crash into the school and get hurt, but luckily they saved him just in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also know that if I were to also find those Toss releases on VHS, Jake Barton, the ones that are not on DVD, from Tenors and Turntails and Other Stories, or Toss Fix the Rules Better Late Than Never, and of course Toss Christmas Party Other Stories, and Toss Meets the Queen, which upset me we never got a DVD release of Toss Meets the Queen and Other Stories.
Yeah. But if it did, it probably could have been released on DVD alongside Better Late Than Never, Tenders and Turntables, and Thomas Breaks the Rules, and Thomas's Christmas Party. Those 4 could have been released on the same day as the DVD of Rusty to the Rescue.
But Anchor Bay ran out of money with their last release of Rusty to the Rescue.
Yeah, like unbelievable. And yes, Oh yes, yeah, I still have that It's Time for Counting VHS. Yeah, it shows Barney in his season 4 costume, but on the case and the disc, it shows him in his season number 3 costume for some silly old reason. Same with Read With Me, Dance With Me, and some other ones like It's Nice to Meet You on VHS, the Toys R Us exclusive. And on the spine on Hit Favorites, Being a Friend, even though we see him in season 9 costume. Like look. Come on, focus. Yeah, like in front of Thomas, the model series one, his same post from Calling All Engines. Yeah, this is Barney's season 3 costume on the spine, but on the front and the back, it shows him probably in season 9, I think. Because, well, the episode Making a Move is a season 9 episode, so that was probably that was probably before season 10, before we saw Baby Bop and BJ's cousin Riff. So
I didn't know Riff was Baby Bop and BJ's cousin. but they're all friends of Barney. I didn't know that he was their cousin.
Yeah, in Riff's debut episode.
I haven't watched Rift's debut. I'll have to give it a try one of these days. But anyway, as I was trying to say, I know this portion. Yeah, I also know when I was watching. I used to always skip these Thomas episodes on DVD as a kid. Jake Barn on Milkshake Muddle, I have to skip Toby Feels Left Out. On Tales from the Tracks, it was Keeping Up with James because I was worried about how Sir Tom would react, how his reactions would look like, and I had to skip it. But luckily, I can get used to them on the Tales from the Tracks one on Keeping Up with James, and Toby Feels Left Out on Milkshake Muddle.
Yeah. And back in 2009, there was a period of time where I briefly watched a few episodes of Barney before I decided, you know what, after watching it for a while, I stopped watching it, and then I moved on to watching Arthur.
I know Jake Barn says he prefers the engine Arthur and Thomas better.
Yeah, Arthur the Tank Engine, since the Spotless record, since he was, if I can understand what color he was sort of red, and he has the letters, what are the letters?
I think it's LMS for Arthur.
Yeah, the letters L, M, and S.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Duck's initials are GWR, which is Great Western Railroad or Railway.
Same with Oliver, of course.
Yep.
And yes, movie and game lover. I know about a year ago I showed you
yeah
on the Read With Me, Dance With Me DVD. It shows Barney showing his friends, his longtime friend Min, who is now grown up, and he also showed a picture, which yes, back when he was in the season 3 costume, and back when Min was a kid, and back when they were at the school. Like, that comes to telling you, movie and game lover, Min and Barney had been old friends when Min was a kid, but in this one, she's all grown up. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Friends, I will admit.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy one if you ask me. And I do know that if I were to watch, well, I already watched Live Hot Potatoes, but I'll show you. Yeah, I'll have to put up the list of. I'll have to print this out. Like, I'll print it out. I can type it on my computer and put the songs in the right order for Live Hot Potatoes. Because we all know it starts with Toot Toot Chugga Chugga Big Red Car first, and the Christmas medleys last.
True, movie and game lover. And I don't know why I have my Barney Super Singing Circus DVD, which... Oh, I messed up. I said 5 Barney releases.
6, actually.
Yeah, 6, since I had this since last year. And
oh, it's okay. It was an accident. I forget to count stuff, too. Anyway.
Yeah. It happens to all of us. Sometimes that even happens with me.
Yeah, and I got the Super Singing Circus DVD from eBay, and yeah, the sticker barcode mentions with the CD, but mine doesn't come with a CD, so just the DVD, which clear disc. What are you?
I'm glad on the Lionsgate. Yeah, Lionsgate ones they make full artwork.
But I'm not getting the Lionsgate copy of this one because how they removed some of them, like more Barney Circus fun and all that. That's why I prefer the Lyric Studios copy better. And of course, they removed the Wiggles, Lyric Studios, where you could go to meet the Wiggles or the Barney Best Buddies club promo. Yeah, since Lionsgate don't distribute Wiggles DVDs, since Hit Entertainment don't distribute Wiggles DVDs anymore, which sucks.
Yeah, and that was around the time Warner Home Video started to take over the rights to the Wiggles.
True, and yes, I know And for some reason, like this artwork is strange. Like, did they put Barney on one of those circus swings? Like, why on earth would they do that? Should they show him as the ringmaster of the circus like he did in the actual program? Because there's no way Barney would do that because he's too heavy. Like,
Yeah, just like how they think, yeah, Thomas can't go on narrow gauge track because his wheels are too large in Blue Mountain Mystery, but for some reason he did go on the narrow gauge incline because he wanted to stop Luke. He had to talk to Luke.
yeah, and Thomas in the runaway car, he said he wasn't strong enough to pull Rocky, even though Rocky wasn't that heavy. Just like the breakdown train wasn't that heavy. And also in Don't Go Back, can he like push Rocky? Because Rocky ain't that heavy.
Yeah, but also, yeah, I got 5. I think we'll just do for 5 more minutes, guys. We've been talking for so long.
Yeah.
Yep, now I'll explain some stuff. Yeah. Also, I know. Also, Jake Barn, when you get, I think you're probably gonna say pass on iCarly. There's actually the reason you should probably watch iCarly is because of Miranda Cosgrove, the actress herself. Just like, yeah, you said you said like I don't care much for Despicable Me, but I would just own them anyway because of Steve Carell. Yeah, all that stuff. But and I also know that I would like to get. Yeah, I was trying to explain the season 6 footage that were in the songs from the station, the 8 songs and songs from the station. I do know in the song Determination, which is also in Wild Water Rescue, there is a scene. Well, in the version on Songs from the Station, there's a scene from Rusty Saves the Day. Like when they sing the lyrics Hard Work Gets It Done, there's Elizabeth pulling the tree off the bridge from Rusty Saves the Day.
Uh-huh.
And I think there's also... Yeah, I think that's the only season 6 one I can find is Determination.
Yeah, the Determination song on Sing Along and Story shows footage from season 6. Yeah, the same model Sirius from season 8, but on Wild Water Rescue, it's kind of the same, but they also added a scene from Calling All Engines where Thomas is placing a new beam onto the Sodor suspension bridge, which we don't see in Songs from the Station because Calling All Engines don't come out until probably September 6th on VHS and DVD. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also know for a fact, also Jake Barnes, that I do want to show you. Well, I can't show you right now. I did get a single copy of The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2002 DVD by itself because Inspiration, like I brought that rule. Disney movies on plain DVD, but they have no slipcover. I can put them in my DVD only section of my home media Blockbuster. The ones that got slipcovers, I will put them in my, Blu-ray sets. But luckily, I said I know what I'm doing with the Scamps Adventure 2006 DVD. Just go to the menu. I have the right remote to do that, to get away from the trailer, the remote on my Blu-ray player.
probably mine too.
Yep. And I also know if you find an Emily's Coaches in Trackmaster or Tomy form, it doesn't matter if it says Hit Toy Company or Tomy, it's the same coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know the Hit Toy Company Trackmaster Emily came with a coach, one of those coaches.
Yeah.
Even though it only came with one, you can only find a loose one, another one by itself loose. Just make sure it's got the green to the same color as Emily's color.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, not like the ones that are based off narrow gauge coaches. No. Notice your TV light is on your screen. I think that means you're popping something into the player.
That's not my TV. That's my iPad. So.
Oh, it's your iPad. I thought it was your TV. So, okay, we're safe. Okay, it's just the iPad. Okay, I don't have an iPad. I want to get an iPad, but they're expensive. If I were to get an iPad like you, Jake Barn, I could show off stuff while I'm doing streams at the same time. But anyway, yep, I've got a minute left, guys. I guess I will do this.
I will see you guys in the next stream.
I guess I'll let you go, Flick Love Returns, and me and Jake Barn will stay for one more minute, and we can do this.
All right.
End this off with an impression.
See you later.
Yep. See you next
See
week.
ya,
Flick Love
Flick Love
Returns.
2000 returns.
Bye.
See ya. All right. Yep. You and me, Jake Barn, for the remaining 1 minute. I'll just quickly do this impression, and it can be from anything. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This impression I'm going to do very well. Of course, since I know this is going to be a cool one, since we did it in a much cooler, really useful way, I will do it like this, basically. After this, basically, I'm the fastest, boasted Gordon, but not all the engines were impressed. Speed isn't everything, said James smugly. But being reliable and useful is, said Thomas. You slow engines will never understand, snorted Gordon, because you'll never go as fast as me. Sir Topham had arrived with news of a special for Thomas. I want you to collect a jet engine and take it to the airfield. What's a jet engine? Asked Percy. A jet engine goes forward by pushing hot air out of its back, Sir Topham had explained. Just like when you blow up a balloon and let it go, added Thomas. It's very fast.
Oh, I know what it is. Thomas and the Jet Engine.
My favorite season 6 episode of Thomas, where it has Thomas as the lead, which is on this DVD, and also in the Story of Thomas and the Jet Engine Sampler DVD as well. And also that, the Trackmaster Sampler DVD, yeah.
And the picture
Okay,
on Thomas
so
gets tricked, even though we don't. Yeah, that deleted scene, but it's cut, and yeah, we don't see the jet engine. Yeah, we all know what the picture looks like, and Thomas gets tricked, where he's being pushed by the jet engine, passing Lord Callan's castle, even though we don't see the castle in season 7, and the jet engine in season 6. So.
Yeah. Well, anyways, yep, I'm going to let you go, Jake Barn. Thanks for being on the stream with me tonight for the season 6 episodic Thomas Home Media Collection stream. Hopefully.
Sorry, Emily, the Sterling Engine number 2. I'm afraid it's too late for you to join.
It's too late, Emily, the Sterling Engine number 12. I got to go ahead and stop now. I've been going on for so long.
Yeah,
so
I got to go too. I got to put Emily and Toby away and my VHS tapes and DVDs. So, anyways, and
yep.
And probably
okay. Well, like I said,
yeah.
Anyway,
So
okay. Like I said, Jake Barn, keep your eyes open. Next stream, Friday night, 7:30 p.m. The season 7 one of Thomas at 7:30.
Yep, season number 7, just like Toby. So, yep, I'll see you in the next stream.
Yep, see you next stream.
So,
right.
Beep beep.
Huh.
Farewell. Peace out.
Farewell. Peace out. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream where I show off Thomas Home Media Collection releases with season 6 episodes with some friends. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this and stick around for, well, the next stream on Friday, which we're now going to be going into the season 7 territory of Thomas. The last season of the classic era of Thomas, season 7. So anyways, yep, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that next week. May 23rd at 7:30 p.m. My Thomas Home Media Collection stream with friends releases with season 6 episodes with friends. So yep, hopefully you guys are looking forward to this. We're going to whoosh of goodbye. And of course, sing a farewell. Of course. And of course, hopefully you guys had this really useful time watching the stream. And have a really useful day, everyone. And keep your guys' eyes open for the next stream. Next week on Friday, 7:30 p.m., the Thomas Home Media Collection stream with friends releases with season 7 episodes at 7:30 p.m. Yep, that's it, everyone. Have a really useful night, and bye-bye for now, and have a really useful night.